Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Chicago Bears rebuild franchise here on Huddle Breakdown. In today's episode, we will be going against the 1-0 Green Bay Packers. They have an 87 overall defense. This is going to be a tough game for us. Let's first take a look at the game plan for a elite quarterback. So we got to decide here, blanket coverage or unrelenting pressure. I think a sack goal should be good for us for the game. We had no injuries today in practice. One thing I do want to change, I love Darnell Mooney being the number one wide receiver. And honestly, Byron Pringle played well. I just would like to give N'Keal Harry a couple more touches, see if he can really turn into a future starter, as his tag says there. And actually, I'm going to bump him up one more spot over Dante Pettis. It's Sunday night primetime football, as these two teams usually have had for the last couple of seasons now for sure, is a Sunday night primetime action. There you take a look at Devondre Campbell, 10 tackles from a week ago. He's going to try to replicate that against Justin Fields. Now, we talked in the last episode about a lot of these being live commentary. We will have some post-commentary games. This would be one of the games where we would have it. But it's a young season. We have our roster, or we have our goal at 4 wins. So there is going to be no primetime games this year, this season, unless if we miraculously make it to the playoffs. Cairo Santos set to kick us off, and we are underway from week 2 in Green Bay. Romeo Doubs will take a touchback, and we'll get our first look at Aaron Rodgers, who threw 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, in his win last week in hostile territory up in Minnesota. But he had a good game, 323 total yards and only 8 incompletions. We'll try to replicate that here tonight against a very weaker Chicago Bears defense than he's seen in his career. Obviously, no Khalil Mack, no Akeem Hicks. Expect a run here. They'll give. Aaron Jones will actually get sat down. 2nd and 8 for Rodgers and company. A bunch set to his right. Almost a false start, I thought. Rodgers from a clean pocket fires underneath. That's Sammy Watkins with a gain of 6. 3rd and 2. Tunyon is the motion tight end. The give is to Jones, and 76. I'm a Packers fan. I should know who that is. Just forgot how to block. Tunga with the stop. That was John Runyon who forgot how to block. Here is a former Chicago, Pat O'Donnell, on to kick this ball deep. It is a high end-over-end kick. Dante Pettis will catch it with some wiggle room, and he will get out to the 33, where we will get our first look at Justin Fields. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions from a week ago at home against the 49ers, and overall a solid debut to his season. Those 2 interceptions were really my fault. He played a great game other than those. One thing I talked about that I have to do better in last week's game is I've got to run the ball more consistently. Here is a David Montgomery run for about 5. Last week he did have 18 rushes for 100 yards, but there was a stretch there from the 2nd and 3rd quarter where we really didn't use him much. We'll bring in the fullback and give again to Montgomery, and he'll get blown up by Kenny Clark. 3rd and 6, and we are going to have to throw the football here. Fields, waiting, firing, a touch pass, that's Jimmy Graham for a first down. So in between episodes, I noticed Graham wasn't on the roster, and I re-signed him for that second tight end position. His number is 87 now. I need to change that, but he gets a big first down, and now David Montgomery gets another. Fields, waiting, firing to Cole Kmet, and Devondre Campbell was all over that. 2nd and 10 from the 34. Reminder, I am really bad at field goals so far here in Madden 23, so I'd like to get some more yardage. There, Kenny Clark disrupts this offense. I really do like what I've seen here from Kenny Clark so far. He's been disruptive up there in the front. Here, a throw to N'Keal Harry, and N'Keal Harry will power his way for a first down. It would do wonders for this team if N'Keal Harry could turn into the player that the Patriots thought they drafted. Here, Montgomery gets stood up by Campbell. Already 5 carries on the day for David Montgomery. Only 16 yards. Fields will fire quick. Darnell Mooney makes the grab in front of Adrian Amos. I thought that was an interception. The former Chicago Bear scared me coming down from his safety position. Now 3rd and 2. Another throw underneath. N'Keal Harry will get a first down. Quay Walker on the tackle. 1st and goal, a balanced day to start. 5 throws, 5 passes. Here, Fields fires out of bounds. That was a tough one. Probably should have been a touchdown on a better throw by Fields. Fields fires. N'Keal Harry gets to the 3. 3rd and goal from the 3. Fields waiting. He's got an open N'Keal Harry. Does he get in? He does. Touchdown Bears. N'Keal Harry with his first touchdown on the season. We hope that's many more to come. Darnell Savage on the tackle, just trying to make sure it was a touchdown, but Joe Thomas loves that on the sideline. That was almost a 6-minute drive, and if there is a way to beat this Packers team, it is that. It's keeping Rodgers on the sidelines. Here he'll fake to Jones, looking to fire. He's got all day. He'll throw wide of the mark. 2nd and 10, Rodgers gives. Aaron Jones now trying to power ahead. After a 1-yard gain by Jones, it's a quick 3rd and 9, and maybe the monsters of the Midway have well, never mind. There's Randall Cobb down the seam. Randall Cobb is gonna score. I was gonna say maybe the monsters of the Midway have resurrected themselves here today, and right on cue, a seam ball from Rodgers to his best friend in the whole world, Randall Cobb, and that is reminiscent of that game back in, I believe, 2019 when Rodgers got injured, and then he found Cobb for the go-ahead touchdown late in that game. Well, Chicago's back out there in 49 seconds after the 3-play touchdown drive by Rodgers and company. Here, Fields will start with a play action, and he'll fire. That's N'Keal Harry. He gets into the secondary, and he'll get a big first down. N'Keal Harry may be proving that giving him a higher role on the depth chart was a good decision. Running at Kenny Clark, though, is not. Running the ball is going to be tough for us today with Kenny Clark there in the middle. Here, Fields fires. That's Darnell Mooney. It's caught near a first down. 3rd and 3 from the 36. Fields stepping up, trying to get through, and he doesn't. Dean Lowry with a sack on Fields. Here, taking a look at Next Gen Stats powered by AWS. Dean Lowry with a great tackle. They'll award him a half sack with Rashawn Gary, but the time to sack was only 3.2 seconds. I definitely had the flat wide open there. Probably he could have got a first down if I throw it on time. 56-yard field goal for Cairo Santos off the right hash. It's good! He buries it, and Chicago retakes the lead. Rodgers and company back out there, 82 total yards. A lot of that was on the last drive, on the last play of the last drive. Here, Aaron Jones up the teeth of this Bears defense, finally gets some running room. The 3 veterans in the game at wide receiver. Here's a throw to Sammy Watkins for a first down. Rodgers, 3 for 4, 86 yards, and that big touchdown pass to Randall Cobb. Here, 1st and 10. Rodgers, quick fire. That's Robert Tonyan. He'll have a first down. And that'll expire the first quarter. Rodgers will start the second quarter at his own 49. 2 tight ends into the game. Jones is the lone running back. The give will be to him, and he will get it into Bears territory. Rodgers waiting, firing. Jones makes a man miss. You'd love to see the CPU be able to stay in bounds there after the great juke move. Instead, it's 3rd and 4. Rodgers waiting, firing. What a move by Sammy Watkins. He kind of trips out of his break, but a good job getting separation. Now, bunch set to the left for Rodgers. He'll get the snap. Waiting, firing underneath. Sammy Watkins near a first down. Watkins has already got 4 grabs for 37 yards on the day. 2nd and 1. Rodgers fires quick. This is Allen Lazard for a first down. Seen a lot of quick releases from him to start this game. Rodgers, waiting. Firing, wide open Lazard for the touchdown. Rodgers and the offense now starting to click. It's do or die mode here for Justin Fields. You'd love a touchdown, especially before the end of half. Fields, firing. That's Cole Kmet. He's got a first down. 3 tight ends now checking the game for Fields. He'll fire underneath. This is David Montgomery trying to fight for every yardage. We're going to try to run again here. We're trying to get past Kenny Clark. Well, we choose a different gap and get maybe another yard. I don't even know if I can get this. 3rd and inches. I just called a dive play right at the teeth of Kenny Clark. And we, too, just barely because of forward progress. A throwaway on first down brings up 2nd and 10. Fields. Uh-oh, that's going to get squeezed into Cole Kmet, who gets a first down and more. I'm not sure if this should have been caught by Cole Kmet or intercepted by Eric Stokes. But either way, it's off his hands, caught by Cole Kmet. Preston Smith there, though, to save the touchdown. But Doherty loves what he sees from his offense here today. Fields, faking, waiting, firing. That's going to be intercepted. There, if he didn't get him the first time, he gets him there. Eric Stokes with a pick. I didn't realize the tackle was so far back. I ran into something on my move, and it confused me. I didn't know what was going on, and then I wanted to throw it to Graham sooner, like when I bumped into him right here. Instead, the throw comes out here, and Stokes makes a good break off the ball, but also Jimmy Graham's just got to go get the ball. But what's new? Jimmy Graham struggling at Lambeau. That was turned out to not be a great signing for the Packers there a few years ago. At the time, it seemed like a great move. It just turned out to not be. Here, 3rd and inches. Rodgers is going to give it to Jones on a cutback, and Jones is going to make 2 Bears miss and get brought down at the 41. The problem with that interception for Fields is not even necessarily we gave the ball up. They got the full momentum bar. Rodgers fires outside. That's caught by Cobb. We've got to get a stop and get a score here before half if we want to stay in this game. Rodgers waiting, firing. Tunyon, first down. Trips receivers, spread to his right. Jones is the lone back. Rodgers will fire underneath. Randall Cobb will get it across the 40. Rodgers gives. Jones will get very close to a first down. We're now on the other side of the 2-minute warning, and by the way, they did award him that first down. Rodgers fires. Jones, I was going to be very surprised if he got out of that tackle. 2nd and 6. Rodgers taking his time. Will fire outside. That's Tunyon, and Tunyon is going to try to fight for extra yardage instead of going out of bounds. But Green Bay really doesn't have to worry about time management here. They just got to, score points, obviously, but they have plenty of time and all 3 timeouts. Rodgers changed the play. Fires Cobb for a first down. Apparently they didn't award Tunyon a first down on that previous play. Maybe I'm just misremembering it, but I thought he got the first. Now 1st and 10 from the 17 after Green Bay's first time out of the half. Rodgers will fake to Jones. Fires Randall Cobb for his 2nd touchdown on the day. Full momentum for Green Bay. Fields fires. Cole Kmet, first down. We're going to keep it going. Just going to get to the line quickly. Fields waiting. Firing. Squeezed it in somehow. I have no idea how, but a timeout by Chicago. Definitely got away with one here. And between Chris Barnes and Davis, I believe, was it Sean Davis, the safety, didn't even put his hands up. Just we got away with one. 1st and 10, now 2 timeouts for the Bears. Fields fires. Cole Kmet has been his favorite target on this drive. Another first down. That was a very good placement on that throw by Fields to keep it in front of the defender. Here, Fields stepping up. Is going to slide, and we're going to have to take a timeout. I really wanted to fire it up the seam here to N'Keal Harry. I just didn't think it would get there in time for the safety. And then on the run right here is when I see Cole Kmet, but I don't trust his throw on the run. Maybe I should. It's actually storming out right now where I am from, so apologies if you can hear that. Here, Fields fires. Harry, okay. Excuse me? Interception, Eric Stokes. Nothing? Oh my god. I literally... I can't see the play. It's because Madden knows that it was PI and it doesn't want to show it to me. Maybe if I'm able to and know how to, I will put the play on the screen right here to watch it for you guys one more time. But either way, the first half has expired here in Green Bay, and it's not a pretty one for Chicago. After a terrible return to start the second half, Chicago will have the ball at their 13. Here, David Montgomery will get close to a first down. So again, we went away from him here in this game, but I mean, it was because, or it is because Kenny Clark has just been destroying our offensive line. Here we're finally starting to get a little bit of blocking on him. I do kind of feel bad for Fields. Really, all of his interceptions haven't been his problem. The couple have been mine. Actually, I think the 3 of them have been mine, and then that one I thought was PI. That's no good for Green Bay. Kenny Clark is injured. Well, when Kenny Clark is injured, I think the next immediate call is a run right at where he would have been. All right, I don't know how this play is going to go. I've never ran it before. But I want here. The give is to Dante Pettis. Okay. Now Fields is going to have to throw the football here on 3rd and 12. Oh, my. Oh, my. The 2 linebackers for Green Bay, they are, I don't know what he was doing there. I have gotten away with a lot here in this game, but then again, obviously not enough as we're losing by 11. 2nd and 3. Fields is getting chased, and he didn't throw the ball away. This is really a tough way to potentially end this drive. Here, down the seam, to N'Keal Harry. Oh, well, a good punt and a good job downing the football. The ball is at the 3 of Green Bay. A fullback and 2 tight ends checking the game. Here's the give to Aaron Jones, and he will just barely stay out of the end zone. 2nd and 11. Rodgers gives. Jones bounces off a tackle. 3rd and 10, still from his own end zone. Rodgers gives. Jones almost had... I thought he was going to have a first down by that hole, but he only gets a gain of 5. Well, that defensive play is what Chicago needed. 1st and 10. Here's Montgomery on the outside. Breaks away from Jair Alexander. 2nd and 3. Still no Kenny Clark. Must be out for the game. Here's a give. 35 almost missed his block, but he got it a little late. But it's a first down. I also need to I need to do a better job of getting Khalil Herbert a little more involved in these games too. Jimmy Graham in motion from right to left. The give is to Montgomery, trying to find a running room. He does. A first down and more to the 16. We're just grounding and pounding our way into the red zone. There's another give. Montgomery. And the Darnell Mooney couldn't hold his block, but another good gain. 2, another run. Montgomery should have the first down. Well, it gets a little problematic for Green Bay when Kenny Clark can't be into the game. Here's a throw. N'Keal Harry, touchdown, Chicago. Preston Smith in coverage. It was a low point pass to where only N'Keal Harry could get it. And Chicago is back in this ball game. Coach says to go for it. I don't know if I have a 2-point play ready. I really don't like this play. But I want to run here. David Montgomery gets in. Just like that. It is a 3-point game in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here, the 3rd quarter, 3 minutes to go. Rodgers with a change of play at the line. Now a bunch set. He will fire to Robert Tonyan. He has such a quick release today. 17 for 18 for Rodgers. I believe 3 touchdowns. and just those quick releases have been dangerous. 1st and 10, Rodgers. Either way, it turns into 2nd and 5. Joe Thomas on the tackle there against his former team. There's the fake on the end around that gives to Jones. He'll get a couple. Both two running backs, by that I mean Khalil Herbert and A.J. Dillon. I don't think I've seen either of them in today's game. But that is Madden, and their run splits, and obviously mine, have not been great here today. Here, the fire to Josiah DeGuara for a 1st down. Eddie Jackson made that tackle, 1st and 10. From the 38, Rodgers gives. Jones, cut back, will get very close to a 1st down. We will start the 3rd quarter in an offset eye for Rodgers, but maybe I should have done a post-com for this game because it is turning so far to be another Chicago Bears Green Bay Packers classic. Rodgers moves the chains on a quick throw to Tunyon. Now the offset eye will flip to the right side. Rodgers gives a lead blocker. Jones fires off a Bear defender. It's 2nd and 4. The offset eye switches to the other side now. Rodgers waiting, firing. Oh, I thought he was gonna fire because the tight end was wide open down the middle. Instead, he chose the other tight end, DeGuara. And it's 1st and 10 from the 10. Apparently, they can still get a 1st down. There's a give and a good play by big number 95. Tonga, that's who it was. Tonga with the stop, 2nd and 10. Rodgers fires. Oh, man. Now another lineman for Green Bay's hurt. That time, Josh Myers gets hurt. 3rd and 10. It's an empty setback for Rodgers. He'll wait to fire. Looking across the middle. Maybe not. He should have been looking across the middle. He missed a wide open receiver. Robert Quinn with the sack, and the Bears have life. Robert Quinn does a great job working against Elton Jenkins, still working, and that was all him. I was not doing anything until he got close to him. But here, look, wide open. I think that's Lazard right in the middle of the field. Circle that play if Green Bay ends up losing today's game. This is no gimme here for Mason Crosby. Off the left hash, but to extend it to a 6-point lead, he does. Well, this is what you want if you're a young quarterback. Down 6, playing against the future Hall of Famer with a chance to take the lead in the 4th quarter. They'll start with a run to Montgomery, and he will get 2. Fields on 2nd and 8. Trying to fire. He's going to get sacked. Rashawn Gary, 2.5 on the day. That was a real tough play because I had one of the tight ends, I think it was Cole Kmet, actually maybe both of them, wide open, but he just couldn't get the pass off in time. Fields getting outside the pocket. A lob. I don't know who that's to. Oh my goodness. It's intercepted by Jair Alexander and a pancake block by Dean Lowry. I better be able to check the replay on this one. God, this game is horrible. Well, anyway, I don't know who he was throwing to. I was throwing to the low receiver. He kind of threw it in the middle of both of them. Now, that one I'll give 50-50 on decision and then accuracy of the throw. But it was a tough throw, but we can't look back at it. There's a nice play. That is a tough one, though, because field goal puts it into a 2-possession ball game. Bunch set to the right for Rodgers. The fire underneath Randall Cobb. He'll get tackled eventually. 3rd and 3. Randall Cobb, 6 catches, 120 yards today. Playing like his old self. Rodgers fires in the flat. That's Jones to the 5. They'll say he stepped out at the 6. 1st and goal from there. Rodgers. He'll get the snap. He'll give Jones up the middle. Down to the 2, maybe the 3. And an injury for Chicago. Nicholas Moreau tried to get up. Now he is down on the ground. Looks to be holding his right leg. A touchdown really puts this game out of reach. A field goal keeps a little bit of life left for Chicago. Here is that aforementioned touchdown. Aaron Jones will score. The score now 30-18. Green Bay trying to make it 32-18. Rodgers fires, caught. Tunyon, 2-point conversion, good. Well, the game's not completely over, but it is 14 points that we need to score in 6 minutes, and TJ Slayton is wrecking that. Fields firing underneath. Cole Kmet will be close to a 1st down. 3 interceptions on the day for Fields. The give is to Montgomery. He'll have a first down and more as he tumbles his way ahead. Why not keep it with him? Montgomery. Again tumbling his way ahead. Fields fires. Cole Kmet. First down, I believe. Those first down markers have gone away once I snap the ball. We're just going to have to go with the same play again here. Underneath, Cole Kmet. Well, they didn't let us go no huddle that time. Cole Kmet has 126 yards on the day. Here's a give to Montgomery up the middle. A first down and much more. Good job, though, there by Devondre Campbell to get off of his block to make the tackle. Trying to get set at the line. Fields rolling outside the pocket. Waiting, firing. That's caught. N'Keal Harry down to the 12. Gonna have to run the same play again here. Fields fires. That's Mooney down to the 3. 2nd and 1 from the 3. The give is to... I don't know who that is. I thought that was going to be Khalil Herbert. It's not. It's Treston Ebner, who will score his first touchdown and maybe even his first carry on the season. Well, a 3-minute, 17-second drive leaves Chicago with little life. Empty setback for Rodgers. He's waiting. He's firing, and it is. There is no way that is caught. They say it is by Lazard. Now, we better be able to... We can't even see the instant replay on this one. All we got is an instant replay of Matt LaFleur shaking his hand in slow motion. Well, I'm truly blind here. I'm going to challenge it. There is no way that he caught that. But how can they even review the play if I can't see the instant replay? See, in the graphic, I don't even get the replay of the play because they don't have the replay. Thank you. It was incomplete. But again, I have no footage to show you. 2nd and 10. Oh well. From the 25. 2:57 to go here in the 4th. Rodgers waiting. Fires out of bounds. Well, or to Randall Cobb, who falls out of bounds. 3rd and 6. And if we get a stop right here, we would actually be in business. Rodgers waiting. Fires underneath to Jones. All they've got to do is make the rally tackle, and they mess it up. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is killer. 1st and 10 from the 36. Rodgers is going to give to Jones. He's going to find a big hole, and Chicago is forced to use a timeout. Rodgers gives Jones up the middle, a first down, and much more. And Chicago is running out of life. Another first down will officially end it. Chicago holding on to what life they have. Rodgers gives Jones. Oh. A Randall Cobb injury of his hamstring gives Chicago, again, some life. But Chicago's got to prove they can make a tackle. 2nd and 3. Rodgers gives on the stretch to Jones, who gets sat down. Timeout Chicago. 3rd and 3. There's a motion man. It's Josiah DeGuara from right to left. The give will be that way. Aaron Jones is going to get sat down and a timeout by Chicago. Now the question is, are they in field goal range? Well, the question no more is, are they in field goal range? They're sending the offense out there to go for it. 4th and 3. Rodgers waiting, firing. The game is over. Sammy Watkins gets down, and Green Bay ends it. Zeros hit the clock, and Green Bay wins another classic. Matt LaFleur, instead of going for what would have been a 54-yard field goal off the right foot of Mason Crosby, they instead elect to go for it on 4th down, and Rodgers and the offense ices it. I gotta say, I was talking last week about Kyle Shanahan not going for it on 4th down. I was saying I would love to see him go for it there in that first game. He did not. Here, Matt LaFleur does, and the Green Bay Packers escape Lambeau with a closer game than a lot of people might have thought. They win by 7 against the Chicago Bears. 32-25 is the final. Rodgers, 139.5, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Justin Fields, we got to clean up the interceptions, but that's just more talking to myself. Rushing, Aaron Jones was kept under 100 yards. David Montgomery got over the 100-yard mark, and he did have 22 attempts, but not a lot of attempts for any of the other running backs. I mean, there was one other attempt for another running back. I've got to do a better job of that. Cole Kmet over 100 yards on the day. 2 touchdowns for N'Keal Harry in his new larger role in the offense, so you'll love to see that. And defensively wise, some sack, or the total tackle leader, of course, Devondre Campbell. A couple sacks there for Rashawn Gary. Robert Quinn got one as well. Eric Stokes with 2 picks. Jerry Alexander with 1, and the kickers had a good day. We do have 2 upgrades after the game. One will be for Roquan Smith. We'll upgrade pass coverage for him. And then I believe the other one, yes, was N'Keal Harry, who had a standout game. His route running is pretty weak. Honestly, everything else is all right. So I'm going to try to... Which one is route running? They must have changed the archetypes. I thought they had a route running archetype, but they do not. So we will go physical here. We'll see how that goes. No new injuries after the game, which you love to see. What you also love to see is a game against the Houston Texans next week. That should be, if there is a very winnable game on this schedule, that should be it. Well, that will do it for today's episode of the Chicago Bears Rebuild franchise here on Huddle Breakdown. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And we will see you around at the next Huddle Breakdown.